There was a great tower alone on the sea. You became the light in the dark side of me. Love remained a drug that's the highlight of you. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become wide and the light that you shine can be seen? Baby, loving you is like a kiss from a rose on a grave. Ooh, the more I feel of you, stranger and fills the air. Yeah, now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right, guys, so 5150 here with some cold hard cash and this stuff. Fiat Capital. All right, guys. So what do we got here today? We got the 2015 Rwanda Water Buffaloes. Buffalo! All right, you can tell I like going to the casino. Okay, that's my thing. But that's all right. The Rwandan Buffaloes, they are just one of the most underrated coins out there. You can get them right now, I think, on JM Bullion for around $30. And Amex wants $50 for them, which is a heck of a price spread. I don't know if these guys are watching each other or not. But I know I got it for $25 back when you guys started shopping with me, trying to figure out everything that was going on. But we're not really going to talk about precious metals per se. We're going to always keep them in the background because they are very beautiful. And listen to this sound, by the way. Listen to this. That is... I know I shouldn't do that, but man, that sound at the ping test, I'll do a ping test one day. These things, I think, actually ping better than American Silver Eagles. Anyway, so this morning I told you we're going to talk about the mentality surrounding the dollar, how people save, what people think of it, how people use it and stuff. There's a lot of different dynamics and stuff with the dollar. I keep dollars around, and I mean literally dollars. I don't even have any fives anymore. I just don't trust the denominations to hold up as we get into hyperinflation. And if these dollars are what I have, I'm going to use them for if we reach a deep deflation, and I'm going to buy things that I can get, you know, that are depressed with cash while cash is still good. I'll make my move with that. But I did some stuff transacting with precious metals in recent months, and I'll divulge those to you guys tomorrow. I'll divulge those things to you guys tomorrow. This is part one of, you know, the spending and saving and cash versus coins type of thing, or cash versus precious metals. And I'll tell you the part two tomorrow, which is actually going to be quite a scary story for some of you, but it was a fun story for me. Okay. So, what are we going to talk about? We got a Rwandan Buffaloes here, 2000. Let's get in close real quick, and we got to do them some due diligence here. So, 2015 Rwandan Buffaloes, and as you can see, they went all out like they do with all their coins, and they're ultra high. Well, I would say ultra high relief, but I say they're high relief. So you look at them, you can see there's ripples and bumps in them and stuff. They went through a lot of trouble to mint the design and get the strike right with the lettering and all that. And then on the back side, you can see where they have the Rwandan language, which I cannot pronounce. I think that's Rwandan, they wrote there. And these, by the way, these are minted, I think it's called the Mayor Mint in Germany. So the Mayor Mint in Germany mints a lot of these. And I know with Somali elephants, I think it is Geiger in Germany. So the Germans, man, they you know, German engineering is pretty awesome. I mean, if you guys live over there, your engineers are pretty dang awesome. I lived over there and stuff, and if you haven't been over there, that's why the BMW 3 Series is the most powerful machine. Yeah, you know, and so then you have like a lot of other things that they go really crazy about. German engineers don't mess around. They, you know, designers and stuff, they really go all out to make the best products. But, you know, you have other countries doing that same thing. All right, so Rwanda Buffaloes minted in Germany. That's all fine and good. If you can get some, because I think the Hippos are actually the cheapest offering at JM Bullion for Rwandan coins. And those go back to 2016, I think. So that's not bad. Either them or the Meerkats. I can't remember. But yeah, get yourself some Rwanda coins and just, I mean, the quality is unmistakable. These I have outside of the tube. I had these actually in tubes, and I have some in capsules too. But I think a lot of those are off the depository right now. But at any rate, yeah. These are the types of coins you want if you want to do international travel with me, Silver 5150, when we go on location, running around to strange places, eating strange food, talking to strange people, and partying our asses off. But that's another story. We're going to talk about this guy now. All right, so dollar mindsets. There's a handful of them out there. You know, dollar mindsets, of course, vary quite a bit between, you know, chronic savers and chronic stackers. We're going to put us at those two extremes, and then we'll put some people in the middle. All right. We're going to start with the first category. I'm going to call it, people that have dollars, okay, and they don't want to spend them. Now, these are the holder on for dear lifers. So holding on for dear life, or hodl as they call it, people that have dollars, but they really don't want to spend them because they can't determine what a rainy day is. They say they want to save them for a rainy day. They say they want to save their dollars for a rainy day, but when you ask them what a rainy day is, you're like, I don't know. Well, what if, you needed life-saving surgery? They'll be like, well, what if I needed two? And you'd be like, okay, but the first one, if you don't do it, it's not going to matter about the second one because you're not going to make it. You're like, well, I don't know. It all depends. I'll try to get the best price I can for it. It's life-saving surgery. They have the funds to do it, but they're not going to blow anything because they're not certain. They're just, they don't allow themselves the comfort of being confident that, they'll be able to either get more or they'll be more available or another opportunity will be available. They got the opportunity now, so they're going to hold on to dear life for, with their savings for their dollars. Okay. These people, the holder on for dear lifers to the dollar, they're the perfect savers, okay? They are very disciplined about how they spend their money, all right? They are masters at shopping. I'm not joking. These are the double, triple couponers. These are the guys that ferret out the stuff and everything and get the best deals on everything. They're the ones that can negotiate down to the best price. They drive their friends and family nuts. But in the end, they actually end up having to work a lot less than most of us that go out and do 2 and 3 jobs and stuff to try to make up the difference. All right. And I'm not saying I'm a bad shopper, but I'm not a very patient shopper at all. And it costs me. All right. Now, I can tell you there's a handful of people out there that are holder on for dear lifer with the dollars, but they're also limited stackers. Okay. I actually have a couple in my life. Now, guys, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, this is a different personality type. Baby Duck, she's one. The broker, he's another. These guys are master savers, master shoppers, all right? And they're very disciplined with how they spend their money. And I actually applaud them for that. I actually marvel at them for that and stuff. But they are in probably the tiniest category on earth. They understand the value of limited stacking or just stacking in general. So they have the dollars. They have the metals, okay? And they are as ready as anybody's going to get. Now, the question is, how fast can they transition when the time comes to, maybe move out of the old currency and into the new currency? Well, that's why they have friends like us. We can tell them when to do that because we're all in this. I'm all in right here. I'm all in. I have cash. This is about the limit of my cash right here. This is a few dollars. That's it. So that's the first category. These are people that work hard for their money. They don't want to waste it. And, they're very careful about how they save it, very careful about how they spend it. And they are very, very responsible that way. And if the world was filled with people like that, I don't know if we'd be where we are today now. So we do value them very much. All right, the next category is going to be the people that get them, okay, and convert them instantly into assets, other assets. It doesn't matter if it's fine art, it doesn't matter if it's jewelry, it doesn't matter if it's real estate. In this particular case, precious metals, that's my thing. I love my precious metals. So the instant I get fiat capital in my hands, I convert it to precious metal. And I've actually gone as far to convert not just physical cash into precious metals, but credit and loans and anything you can get your hands on. That'll be part of the scary stories tomorrow. So who's going to be in this category? We call them the HPNGs. These are the hot potatoes, no gloves. These people, they see $1 and they get it as hot potato. Ooh, hot potato. Gotta get it out of my hand. Ooh. Oh, okay. Better. All right. Look, this category includes myself and most of the big stackers out there. The big stackers out there, we guys that are stacking a lot, we generally get, something like a stimulus in our hands and it's gone in like 20 minutes. All right. But I know in category 1 with the savers, the perfect savers, they will hoard that money and they'll save it and wait for the absolute best opportunity to release it. And that still may be on the way. I don't know. I'm not patient enough for that. All right. The hot potato, no gloves people like myself that constantly and instantly convert their fiat cash into harder assets, we do not trust the solvency and the longevity of the dollar. Solvency, if you guys don't know, I'm not trying to talk down to you. Solvency is just an item's ability to survive as it's currently iterated. Like the dollar as it currently is iterated is the world's reserve currency. It's recognized in almost every part of the world and used in almost every part of the world. And it has, this kind of impervious, bulletproof persona about it. And people believe in it strongly, and because of that strength, it's been able to hang around a long time. But I, as a stacker, just don't believe it's going to hold up very long from this point on. And what'll probably happen at the very least is you'll just lose more purchasing power here, and it'll pick up speed, by the way. The loss of purchasing power will pick up pace here. That was a lot of P's. Will pick up pace here in the next few months, and you'll be able to see it manifest in higher prices everywhere you go. Doesn't matter if it's energy, food, rent, all that stuff. People start going back to school, tuition, all of it. Medical bills, all of it is going to start going up in price at a noticeable rate. I'm talking week to week, month to month. You'll be able to notice easily that the dollars are losing purchasing power on their way to insolvency. All right. And some of us big stackers, we will chronically leverage ourselves and deny ourselves to grow the stack. And what that means is we will work extra jobs. We will forfeit, very much like the first category of people, the holder on for dear lifers, the dollars. We will really deny ourselves anything frivolous in order to get more gold and silver. So you got basically two extremes to the mentality in that, but a lot of the personality traits are similar in the way we want to save. A lot of the guys want to save in this, we want to save in that, and it's still savings. And when I tell you about part 2 tomorrow, you'll understand why these two things are not that far apart. I mean, even on their denominations and stuff, they have similar information. Anyway, we're going to get to the third category of people. And these are people that get these dollars and they instantly blow them on unnecessary or extra stuff. Like, I know I was in that mode back, when I was in the military a long time ago, 40 years ago. Yeah, 30 years ago, they called me Mr. T. All right? They called me Mr. T because I had accounts at every jewelry store you could think of, and I was, I had the gold, man, and I was running around. Didn't know anything about gold except for the bling factor. Okay, didn't know about it as an investment because I ended up selling it for next to nothing later on. But that was me. I was a chronic shopper. The best clothes, the best shoes, everything. Even though I had plenty of everything, I bought more nice stuff. The instant that money got in my hand and it was extinguished, true, as fiat, and it was turned into things that didn't really have any, durability. So these things didn't last very long over time. All right, and at that time, my mindset was, I valued nicer things and experiences over cash savings. I'd go take trips, I'd go to concerts and all that stuff. And I didn't save any money, man. I just kind of let it all hang out in the wind. All right. Now, people like this will only stack precious metals if they think it's a nice thing to have. It's something they're treating themselves to. Like it would probably be some, a kilo proof would be something like that. Somebody like, oh, well, nobody else has this, so I'm going to get this. So in that case, they would be stacking. They didn't realize they'd be stacking, but they'd be stacking. But, it just have a wow factor to it, that coin. And so they would love having that so they can, kind of wag it in their friend's face and stuff. That's what I would have done back in the day, especially if it was gold. Ooh, a gold kilo panda. Could you imagine? I don't even want to imagine that because I can never afford that. Okay. So that was the third category. These people, like I said, they're chronic shoppers like I used to be. Mr. T, I used to be. They value nice things and experiences over large cash savings, and they only stack precious metals if they consider it a nice thing to have, like a Fabergé egg or something. I don't know. Okay, and that brings us to the final category of people. All right. People that just don't have these. They don't have the dollars. I mean, and what I mean by that is, they are unable to get or keep money-making opportunities, jobs and stuff, be it for reasons of health, be it for reasons of, past circumstances, unfortunate events that may prevent them from getting like the better opportunities or any opportunities. It happens, okay? And it's kind of a jacked up place to be in. And so you have to learn to survive. Now, these people are, in a lot of cases, depending on what countries they're in, able to take advantage of a lot of government benefits that are out there if they're willing to go through the trouble to do it. Some people, they don't have any of this, and they don't want to bother with the paperwork and the officialdom of trying to get government benefits, so they're on the streets, man. They're on the streets, and that's a tough way to live, but some people do it, and some people actually have been doing it for a long time. All right. These people also, the people that just don't have dollars, they are experts on stretching anything they get out just to get by. They know how to stretch almost nothing, into something as long as they need to just to try to survive and get by. All right. And this last category of people, they generally have no interest in precious metals. It's not in their, it's just not in their survival game. It's something that's, an extra on the outside. If they even hear about it, they've heard something about it, but really have no interest in it. And, and I get it. The sad part is that if they could just get a few of these, and convert to these and just hold on for a bit, they could actually build more of these if that's what they wanted. Or they could at least keep up with the price of inflation or the pace of inflation and survive that way. All right. So, yeah, tomorrow night I've got some pretty radical, high-pitched events that I've been doing and stuff. And I'm going to share that with you guys and stuff. But the show is a little late tonight because I had to do something for Florida Stacker, and I'm glad he got back to me because I kind of forgot and, let it slip to the wayside. So I had to hustle over to a place and do a favor for him. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. I'm sure he'll have something to say about it. I'll have something to say about it too. But the bottom line, guys, is, everybody's just trying to survive, and we all see different ways to survive, okay? And this is why I say, there's all this abundance and stuff in the world, because for whatever reason, we have these opportunities, whether we create them, whether they were given to us, to go out and position ourselves however we want to position ourselves. If you're just trying to survive, you're trying to survive, and that's it. All right? If you're able to acquire and hold on to a lot of savings and have it, you are the insurers for a lot of other people. You don't know that yet. People in your family that might need you and stuff. Now, they're going to have to come hat in hand, and they're going to have to beg like a complete dog to get you to let go of those dollars you're holding on for dear life. But people like this generally have good hearts. Category 1, they have very good hearts, and they will, give in to their empathetic nature. And that's what's great about them. People like us, I call myself the hot potatoes, no gloves, folks, that instantly convert our fiat capital into what I call cold cash or precious metals. We're very generous or frugal, depending on how you look at it and stuff. But in the end, we understand that we're reaping such a harvest, such a huge, huge opportunity, that we don't feel so uncertain about the future. In fact, most of the stackers you'll meet feel very confident that they know, I've got 3 ounces, so I've got a buffer. And it's true. 5 ounces to your name, you got a good buffer. 50 ounces, this right here is 40 ounces, 50 ounces, and man, you are pretty much insulated from anything that's going to hit hard and fast, out of the gate, whether it's like a quick hyperinflation or something like that. You're definitely in position to handle that. And anything beyond 50 ounces, man, you're going to be in the next, financial system with us. I mean, that's just, the way it's going to go. All right, but everybody has their place, and I guess my overall message is if you're in a position to help someone, you've got more than you need. And I'm not trying to sound like, again, Karl Marx or anything like that. And this person's close to you, they matter to you, they're important to you, you're able to reach out and help them out. Do your homework, do the math, and see if you're able to, help someone that is really in need of help. Now, make sure they really need help. Don't sit there and give in to just, their kind of whimsical, desire for charity. Make sure the situation is dire. And I don't really have to tell most of you this. You already know this and stuff. But just be aware of those kind of people that are out there. The people that don't have any, the people that, get some but wasted, the people that, are able to get some and then they convert it immediately. And, of course, the folks that are able to get it and hold it and really, really, just save it and be really good stewards of it. I'm sure the Lord's going to come down here at some point. It's like, what did you do with my money? And we're going to be like, Father, we stacked as much as we could. Good job. Well done, my good and faithful servant. And it's like, what about you guys? What did you do with this cash or like that? Well, Lord, I didn't waste it. I didn't buy a bunch of junk I didn't need and everything like that and stuff. And so, I have it and I helped others with it and stuff. And he's like, okay, all right, good job. Well done, my faithful servant. This sort of thing. Who knows what he's going to say. But for those of us that are able to go out and procure it, able to see the game, and that's the thing. I think stackers see the game a little more clearer than, cash holders, all right? Because if you feel that cash is the end-all, be-all, then you're part of the game, you believe in the game, and the game is going to end up beating you, and you will lose the game unless you're nimble enough or you have people around you that's going to help you transfer over into what I call real money. So, didn't mean to flog a dead horse there, but I did get in here a little late, and I want to make sure I got everything out. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the song. I tried not to butcher it. Seal, he called me. He said he's okay with it. And we're going to get with you tomorrow with the morning update. So, as always, I'm Silver5150 telling you that your stack is not whack. and that just 5 ounces to your name puts you 99% ahead of the game. All right? So like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for the morning update. Ciao, guys.